weather outside might be frightful, but the sounds are so delightful.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Merry Christmas from 103.6 FM, Tameside Radio.
Looking very festive. Maybe you'll put your tree up today. Happy Christmas to you as well. On the home of more variety. This is Tameside Radio Weekend at 11:10. Right now, from dream to reality, we're talking to Cobain Jones, who's a local lad from Stalybridge, who just released his very first song called Listen. And it's available for download on Spotify, iTunes as well. And he joins me in the studio. A very good morning to you.
Pleasure.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you
Are you
very
all
much.
set for Christmas, first of all?
It's like a nice time of the year.
It is a good time of the year. Time to get presents and, hopefully you'll get loads. Now, you've impressed me because you contacted us a couple of weeks ago to talk about your, coming on the radio and stuff like that. So, how old are you, first of all?
I'm 17.
You're 17. You're at college?
Yes.
Which one?
Ashton Sixth Form.
Is it a good place?
It's, I kind of
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
They might be listening. Now, you've been doing some music for a little bit, haven't you? You're producing music as well. Just talk us about what you're doing at college.
I'm doing a music production course. It's just that. I'm not doing any A-levels. It's a BTEC course. Mm-hmm. So it's literally just production, recording, all the nitty-gritty of music, just getting into it, and I love it. It's a nice course. It's a really good course if you're like really into music and you want to be a musician or a producer.
How many people are on that course with you?
It's not a lot. It's just in double digits. It's about 11 of us. It's very small.
It's not a lot, is it? When you think about it. So let's just wind the clocks back a little bit. When did you get into music? Because you've just produced your first song. We'll talk about that in a second. How did you get into music?
I've grown up around a musical household because my parents have this really wide range of music. They just have this music taste. I've grown up around all the Manchester scene, listening to that. I was about 14, 15. Mm-hmm. It was around when the Stone Roses were getting it back together for the Etihad tour tour when they're doing the Etihad Stadium. So I was getting into the Stone Roses, and then I just turned onto Oasis, Charlatans, and then it just changed everything.
Proper Manchester music then?
Yeah.
No, your parents don't play any embarrassing stuff, do they? They don't play anything really old or anything like that?
No.
They're all modern.
All. Yeah.
Good stuff. That's good. You're also playing a little bit of instruments as well, so what kind of stuff do you play?
I play the piano and the drums, the guitar, and I can play bass, but I don't have a bass, so I can't really.
Do you know, the drums is always something I've always wanted to play. Have you got your own kit?
No, but when I go to college, I always play, and I think I'm pretty good at drums.
Is it hard to learn the drums? Because I tried once. I did a visit at college a couple of years ago, and they did have a set there. I said, listen, can I just have a go? And it was so hard to do, getting the beats.
It was hard at the beginning. In high school, they had a drum kit, but I couldn't play at all. I just couldn't play it. And then as soon as I got to college, I just learnt the basic drum beat, and then it just went from there. It's because I'm a bit lucky because I have a musical thing. I can just pick something up
and it's quite easy to understand. Can you understand music? What music sheets and things like that?
Not at all. No, it's like a foreign language to me.
Well, I do see people in obviously this industry, you meet a lot of people who are into music, and when you see these music books and things, you're thinking, what on earth does that mean?
Exactly. I can read chords and stuff like that, but when it comes to notation, absolutely not.
Right, okay. So a lot of it's kind of in your head, and you make things up and stuff like that. You remember things as well. Definitely. Brilliant stuff. So, obviously, musicians and things. Have you met any stars previously, or?
I met Tim Burgess from the Charlatans. It was in May because they were doing a week of gigs in Northwich, where he's from, and my mum spotted him from a distance, and then when we went up to him, he was just so polite and so kind to us. He had time. He asked us where we were from. Are you coming to the show tonight? It was brilliant. It was one of the best moments of my life, meeting Tim Burgess out of Charlton's. It was great.
Excellent. Anybody else?
No, it's just Tim Burgess, but I could just live off that for the rest of my life.
He's your inspiration, is he?
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the first song you've released. You've gone on to Spotify and iTunes, which is quite an achievement. We'll talk about that in a second. But the song itself When did you start writing it?
I wrote it in about May. It was a different melody, completely not even the same song at all. It was the same lyrics, different melody. So I did a little lick on my electric guitar, and then what happened then was I liked that, so I did that with the lyrics, and then I just did the chords, and then it just fit perfectly. So, and then I just went on to produce that and then record guitar.
Now the lyrics itself.
Yeah.
Talk about the lyrics then. Is that something you've obviously created yourself?
Yeah, it's about where I'm from. It's like talking about the chip shop, talking about the girl ringing, like the church, everything, the bus, the baby on the bus. It's everything that's like accumulated from my time being brought up in Carbrook.
Excellent. Okay, so let's have a listen to it, shall we? What do you want to announce this song? Your own very song?
Okay, this is Listen by Cobain Jones.
Cobain Jones and Listen here on Tameside Radio. And the man's here himself. Great to have you along with us.
Thank you very much.
Great song. The lyrics are good. The music's excellent. A great combination. And you've just released it this week, haven't you?
Yes. It's not even been out for 2 weeks. I released it last Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people download it on Spotify,
iTunes, Apple
Music as well. Okay. You'd been telling me off air that you've written this song and you've done all what you need to do with issues.
Yeah. I suffer with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and through my life, through school and all that, I've experienced bullying and stuff like that, and it's like all that song is like a combination of everything, like trying to get, like seeing people who can't stand the sight of me and trying to get out my proximity. That's what it is. Like, people have always like had a dislike just because of what I have, and I've always wanted to like raise awareness to it, because it's not a bad thing. I've always, as cliche as it sounds, it's not a disability, it is an ability, because it's like, if it wasn't for my autism, I wouldn't be doing music at all. I wouldn't have this gift.
I think that, that's the key thing. It's finding, that turning point, isn't it?
Yeah.
And at what age did you discover that you wanted to do it? Well, you said 14. Was that really kicked off then?
Yeah, I got bitten by the bug. I just wanted to do music then for the rest of my life. It was just a thing. But at the stage of like year 11, I wanted to do media in college. But then I realised, I can play music. So why would I want to do media?
When you say media, what did you want to do? Be on the telly or doing this on radio or what?
It's like video editing and like filming. When it's just like, what was I doing? What was I playing at? So I was like, I can play guitar, I can play piano. I can't sing yet, because obviously I was 14, I didn't really sing. So I was like, I should just do music. It's just what I can do.
Now, singing is one of them things. It is a talent. Not everybody can sing. I mean, my next door neighbour, honestly, what a nightmare. Every night in the bathroom. It's just, is that loud? It's like he's in the same room.
Yeah.
Shocking. But I think, if you've got the talent, flaunt it, do something with it.
Definitely. Because like last year, like when I first started college, like I didn't sing. Last time I sang was like karaoke, like 10 years ago. So it was, I just couldn't find my voice at first. It was like recordings of terrible, like doing Beatles covers, all that. It was horrible, it was horrific. But then as soon as the year progressed, like this year, I just got better and better and better. So the reason I released this song was because I knew my voice was on that it was on that like uphill thing, and it was just...
Have you had any music, any sort of lessons, voice coaching?
No, not at all.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Wow, and you've produced that song. That's excellent. That's a great achievement.
Thank you very much.
But like you say, whether it's, disabilities and things like that, they're hidden in a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking at you wouldn't have a clue,
exactly.
But to achieve what you've achieved with that single is truly amazing.
Thank you very much.
Coming up soon, we're going to be having a bit of an acoustic session later on as well. You brought your... can we say guitar?
My guitar, yes.
Is it a special guitar? Does it have a name or what?
No, it's just my best guitar. It's just the one that's been through like all the songwriting.
Wow.
I wrote that song on that guitar, so it's
got a bit of history behind
sentimental, yeah.
Okay. More from Cobain Jones very, very shortly here on Tameside Radio.
Tameside's home of more variety. Stalybridge, Ashton, Audenshaw, Hyde, Mossley, Duckinfield, Denton.
Quality.
Tameside Radio music continues next.
Rexu, I want you to freak here on Tameside Radio. This is Marky here on your Tameside. Today we're talking to Cobain Jones, who's a local lad from here in Tameside, 17 years old, and just produced his first single. It's down on download for iTunes and Spotify as well. When you're producing songs like this, how long does it take you to get it right? Are you a bit of a perfectionist? Because sometimes when we're doing editing and stuff like that in the radio station, you can do things 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 or more times to get it right. This song you produced, we listened to before, how long did that take you?
Let's say I wrote it like properly in around September. So it was about November. It was up until like 2 months it took. But I'm like a perfectionist when it comes to like, I've got to get that drum beat perfect. I've got to get the guitar, the chord spot on the beat. Like it's just something I've always had, like this like type of like perfectionist.
I think it's great because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, when you go into the world of media and entertainment, you've got to try and get it right, I guess. Yeah. Otherwise, people will not listen to you. But well done on getting that.
Thank you very much.
So, practice-wise, how often do you practice? Do you get a chance in the daytime when you're at college, or do you practice at night time?
My college timetable, it's really good. So as soon as I get home, let's say with just my acoustic guitar, I just play for about an hour each day, just playing my song or just playing numerous other covers or anything like that. And usually in college, it's usually drums I practice in college. I don't really practice guitar in college because I obviously don't have a drum kit. So when the drum kit's there, I just go and play on that. So
okay, you've not got a soundproof bedroom, have you? You don't annoy the neighbours or anything with your music. But I think with the drum kit, yeah, you need a bit of a soundproofing, I would imagine. But I think that's good. The fact that you can do that and get it right. Now the song, once you've done it and produced it all, how easy is it to get on these platforms? Because everybody wants to use social media to promote the stuff, but it's getting the songs out there. You're on Spotify and iTunes as well. What was the process? I used a distribution service called TuneCore, and it was a bit of a pain because I released it on the 28th. It's an American company, so it was shut from like the 22nd to like the 25th because of Thanksgiving. So it took a while for it to get like out. But the second time, it's you basically submit your artwork, you submit the details, who wrote the song, who produced the song, everything like that. Then what happens then, they send that off to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon to like basically accept the song. So there's no guarantee at this stage it will appear on the services. You're submitting it for checking processes. Oh no, it will. It just depends when you want your release date. I put it, let's say I wanted a song on Monday. I've done the song on Monday, which I did the acoustic version, which is coming out tomorrow, by the way. It's Monday. Yeah. Like I want it out by Sunday, so you got to give them time, bit of notice to do it. So on TuneCore it says sent off. It says sent, and then you got to wait till it says live, which means it'll be in stores, but obviously you can't listen to it yet. You got to wait till the actual date. It means the date's confirmed. It'll come out on that day when it says live. So it's an interesting process, this, isn't it? Because I've never done this before, and I think it's quite fascinating the fact that you're only 17, you're doing all this yourself. Yeah. You're producing your own music. You're from Tameside, and you're going worldwide with this. Yeah, this is great stuff. You brought your guitar with you. Yes. I think we should have a bit of a demo. Okay. Why not? So this is the acoustic version you're going to play of the song. Okay, over to you.
Listen to the sound of rain and thunder. The day before was just another blunder in my world. Seeing people who can't stand the sight of me, trying to get out of my proximity in my world. Listen to the sound of the girl's phone ringing, the smell from the chippy that's totally minging, the powder on the bench that the kids are sniffing. That's what goes on in my world. Listen to the sound of the music classes, the obnoxious tunes of the brain-dead masses in my world. The way I was treated was out of order. I feel like I'm being backed into a corner in my world. Listen to the sound of the choir boy singing, the baby on the bus that's always whinging, the dull guitar that needs restringing. That's what goes on in my world. In my world. In my world. In my world.
Absolutely fantastic. Round of applause. Thank you very much indeed. That was brilliant. And it was flawless. It was unbelievable.
Thank you.
That is such a talent. I think, have you done gigs?
Never.
You've never done any gigs?
Never done a single gig. I know it sounds very strange, but I've never done a gig in my life.
Why?
Just, it's the confidence thing, really. It's like, obviously I've only just got the confidence to actually release some of my material, so it's like I've never really felt like, oh, I should just get up on the stage and do it. But then it's what I'm gonna plan to do it next year. Everything like 2019 is my year. Everything's gonna be like releasing, gigs will be happening. It will just be biblical. It'll be amazing.
You will be amazing at this. Like I say, if you can do this radio, you can do a stage as well. Yeah. More from Cobain very, very shortly here on Tameside Radio.
It's Christmas time.
Tameside's official home for all things Christmas.
It helps me through the day.
Tameside Radio.
This is the home of more variety at the weekend. This is Tameside Radio with Rihanna. Don't stop the music. 2012, this is Mark Andrews here. Hope you're well today. No, Dan is away. He's in Germany. He's gone to the markets in Germany. Why he can't stay in Tameside, I've no idea. But anyway, Cobain Jones joins me in the studio today. He's just released his brand new single called Listen. It's available for download on Spotify, iTunes as well. But things haven't always been that great, have they?
No, not at all. I've been the target of bullying for a number of years. Like ever since I was in primary school.
Okay.
It's always been. It wasn't really like primary school. It was a bit like, oh, you're a bit weird, because of like it was, and I would just be myself. It was more when it got to like college. Like high school wasn't really that bad. It was just the the start years, like year 7, 8, 9. It weren't that bad. It was just more of like a physical thing.
Yeah.
I weren't like getting beaten up or anything. It was just like a teasing thing. But then when it got to college, it just got a bit vicious. It was just like
in college. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy to talk about what happened?
Yeah, definitely. It was from the beginning of the year to about January.
Okay.
So it was mainly when every time I walked out of lessons or when I went into college, I just used to get berated with comments about what I have, my autism, and it did take its toll on me a lot. I had to like. And it sounds really bad, but I had to make a plan of planning my route every time I went out to college.
Just to avoid them.
Just to avoid people. Just to avoid that certain group of people.
Okay.
And then it got a bit further and further and further. So I was just like, right, it's getting to me now a lot. Like I just used to brush it off because it's just like, all right, I have autism. Well done, George Huffty badge. But then I went complete, and then I just basically went. And I just told my parents, which was probably the hardest thing out of anything, just telling my parents that, oh yeah, where you thought I was safe and stuff like that, where you thought I'd have like a decent time. I'd just been bullied for months and months, like just berated.
So what was the turning point then for you?
Really, it was just as soon as I told college, everything was sorted out, and then I just realised I couldn't do better than all these people, and I just went full just music, and I just went,
wow,
you know what? I'm just going to prove everybody wrong who's ever like doubted me as a person just because of what I have. And it's just like I just went along with it really, and completely just turned it on its head.
And how things have changed for you now?
Oh, it's brilliant.
But the other thing is, though, like you say, disabilities and stuff like that, they're not always visible for to people.
Oh, no.
And I think you can look back now and think, what a bad time you've had, but that's all going to change for you now.
Exactly. I'm not going to like dwell on it.
No,
it's happened, isn't it? So it's just
a moment in your life. But I think to be where you're at now, you've gone through what you've been through.
Yeah.
And the music has changed your life.
I wouldn't have wrote Listen if it weren't for those particular people. If they didn't try to get out of my proximity, but I was trying to get out of their proximity because of college, and it was just completely like it was a culmination of everything that's gone on in like my teenage years in my life. Bullying, like just socially, just everything. That's the song. It's my life really. It's like an open. It's like, hi, I'm Cobain. That's what the song is really.
Wow. And the lyrics certainly express the journey you've had, I suppose, through your life. So well done. Okay, we'll talk for the final time in a second. This is Tameside Radio. Cobain Jones is in the studio today about his brand new song called Listen. We'll talk more in a second.
Across Tameside, Ashton, Duckenfield, Denton, Hyde, Audenshaw, Mossley. This is Tameside Radio.
10 to 12 on Tameside Radio Weekend. Mary Clayton, yes. Joining me is Cobain Jones, who just released his first single called Listen. He's only 17. And doing pretty well for himself. Now, I say a lot of people want to get into the music industry, and one of the alternatives is going on these talent shows. Yeah, has that ever, appealed to you to go on stuff like Britain's Got Talent or X Factor?
When I was younger, when I was about 8 or something, when I first learnt piano, when I could only play 2 notes, and then when as soon as I got older, when I was 14 and I picked up the guitar and everything, it was more just it's not my thing, because it's more of a commercialised thing. They care more about the whole the production of the TV show. They don't actually bother with the talent that's in store. But it's never been really a thing for me because of it's just because of how commercialised it is and all.
Absolutely. And the thing is though, you see people win these shows and a year later they've gone.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be around for a long time by the sounds of it.
Very.
Which is good. So next year then, where are you going to be? You said this time next year. What's your plans, your ambitions, gig wise? There's a few things that are in the pipeline you've mentioned we can't mention on the radio at the moment because of things like that are going to happen. But little gigs and things like that, maybe.
Yeah, like college and stuff. There'll be a festival in about April, late April. They do a little thing where it looks like a gig, but it's not. But it's just college of It's pretty decent. I didn't go on it last year, but it looks good, and we're going to hopefully play on that. And there's other things I can apply for, gigs, but what was I going to say? There's loads of gigs in the year. There's so many that I can just I
think it's taking things at a nice pace, isn't it? Not doing things too quickly. Yeah. And I think your career is going to go massive. It really is. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
People want to follow you on social media. I take it. You're young. You're going to be on social media everywhere.
Right. It's on Twitter. It's at Cobain_Jones, and on Instagram it's just Cobain Jones.
That's Cobain.
Yes.
Magic. Okay. And good luck with you with everything. I hope it all works out for you. And we'll hopefully have you here again very soon.
Hopefully.
I think we'll have to check. I mean, see how big the checkbook is. But nice to see you, mate. And good luck with your future career. Thank you very much indeed.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine, throw back the duvet and pull back the blinds. Welcome in a brand new day. Pop the kettle on. Oh, and don't forget, let Steve and James wake you up every morning from 6.
I love the morning chat on the way to work. Keeps me entertained.
Love all the banter. It just keeps getting better and better.
I enjoy the music, the personalities, and it always makes me smile.
Back tomorrow morning from 6.